In life, we experience a lot of change. I've experienced a ton of change in the past 4 years of high school, and as I look forward, I see a whole lot more coming. Not just in life, but also my appearance. But I hope my hair does not go as fast as my dad's did. But seriously, life is getting ready to throw some curveballs at us as we turn the page to the next chapter in our lives. One of the scariest things to think about for me is having to do my own laundry next year. But I've been praying for the strength to overcome that obstacle. Again, kicking. It's not the scariest, but it's up there. But there's a reason for me bringing that up. In life, there are so many things that get in our way, good and bad. And by good and bad, I mean at the time. Take me doing the laundry, for example. When I have to start doing it, I know many of you are probably ahead of me already, but when I first start doing it, it's going to be awful, and I'm probably going to complain a ton. But once I've done it a couple times, I'll be fine and I'll live, unlike possibly some of my clothes. And by the time I've been doing it for a while, I'll be able to realize, hopefully, that a small, meaningless chore, like doing the laundry, really did teach me something. It taught me how to be independent, and being independent is an important life skill. Now, this is a smaller scale example of things that happen to us in life. God puts a lot of obstacles and temptations in our life for a reason. He's testing us and He's teaching us valuable life lessons. As I've grown up throughout high school, I've been thrown into a lot of situations where there have been obstacles and temptations. And looking back on it, I know at times I've faltered and I've failed. But I also know that at times I defeated some of those obstacles. But I know that the ones I didn't overcome, I've learned from. As I look on and we think about moving forward, we will be facing many temptations and hardships in the future. It might be at college or in the workforce or tomorrow even. And although that all this new independence comes with a lot of fun times, it comes with stress and temptations. Now this can be scary when you look at it, but only if you look at it and you're afraid to fail. Something we've all learned throughout our daily battles with temptation and the devil is that we all fail sometimes. No matter what or who you are, we all sin. We all fall into temptations every day. Now, I don't mean go into next year or tomorrow thinking it's okay to sin, because that's not what I'm saying. Just remember, when you do fail and you do get stressed, it's okay, because it happens to everybody. And that no matter how hard something may be, it's teaching you something. Remember that when something gets you down, there's always a message behind it. And when there's a message, there's always a messenger. That messenger is better, cooler, smarter, wiser, more awesome than any friend you could ever think of. That messenger will never leave your side. That messenger is our Father in heaven. God is always with us, no matter what, because He loves us. God looks past our dirty, sinful appearance and only sees us. He shows us His mercy every day. That is why we should never be afraid to face anything in life. Just remember that every day we are fighting a war against temptation and the devil. But unlike their side, we have the greatest armor on and the greatest leader next to us. So when you consider all of that, change in our life is good. And just remember that nothing is ever too hard, and we can always get through it with the strength and the faith that God is always there. Just one reassurance of the fact that God will never leave us from the Bible is Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. No matter how hard life may get, God will never leave us. He will be with us every step of the way. I'd like to mention tonight a little bit about our FCA group. I started going when I was a sophomore. We averaged probably about 35 people a night, which was pretty good considering it started in someone's basement with 10 people a night. We've now become an even bigger group, and we probably average somewhere around 40 to 60 people depending on what's happening with sports. We set a record for ourselves with over 100 people at a meeting this year, which was awesome to see. And I hope it just continues to keep growing. I love what we do at FCA here at Grand Rapids. I know that for me, it gave me a chance to express my beliefs without being afraid of being judged, which isn't always easy at a large public high school. It also helped me meet new friends and more people to talk to about religion and feel supported, even outside of FCA. FCA put us in a small group setting and gave us a chance to have intimate discussions about topics that really relate to life in high school, like sportsmanship and drugs and alcohol. Being a leader of this group is something I took a lot of pride in and was a huge honor. I also think gave me a lot of skills, as talking to you guys tonight. I probably couldn't have done about a year ago. But there are a lot of skills that I learned that I can take out of high school. And for that, I'm grateful. So I would like to thank the FCA members for giving me the chance to be their leader and to talk tonight. And I'd secondly like to thank Mr. Bartz for being a big factor in my life. He does a lot for the school, does a lot for me, does a lot for the kids because he really cares about us and did a lot for our chapter. Also, thank you everybody for being such good listeners tonight. I know it's a little hot, so it's sometimes hard. But seniors, I want to leave you with this. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Amen.